All right, guys. It's exactly my power. My phone runs out. It's 15% power left. It is September 4th, 2021, 10:34 a.m. I'm going to be checking with the Secret Service a little bit on this phone. I'm going to be checking with Kelly FBI on the phone, and I'm going to be checking with the Los Angeles LAPD Sheriff's Department. Battery power now at 14%. Something happened here just a little while ago that caused a lot of problems, and it was enough to put a last nail in the coffin of her husband, her, Fox News, possibly lots of stuff going on. It's going to be hard to explain all this. I'm sure you're going to say, well, no, we will. Uh, so all this goes from this point forward, and I've done this many times before. I have burner phones, I have regular phones. I've had them all the time. I have a phone here. I'm using it right now. It's not connected. It's not connected to anything to do with Metro. I don't know anything like that. It's a phone. I use more than one in my investigations. So we follow this completely through. I'm going to right now, without saying anything, I want to do it, but I'm going to take. I actually have two phones. I'm going to take two in my hand. I'm going to walk down that aisle and drop it into the trash, way down, and walk away. And those phones are designed backups, so that when this phone, because I'm only allowed to use the Washington D.C. phone, I've had this for years. You tell it how many years, you can never switch phone unless you get a code. So what we're doing is, and they still have a phone here, and So the problem here is, I have to follow the protocol now. So I'm allowed. Here's the thing: I have to connect it to my. In other words, it has to be connected under a pay plan because it's T-Mobile. It's a long story, years ago, I wanted, more than 10 years ago, when that just came out, I wanted to buy that or get a percentage of it. So everything in my dreams and hopes are still there. So let's just back up, and I'm going to show you, because I don't think any of this stuff is getting through to Negative. Even if she has special investigative tools, she's not allowed to use them right now. She can only use them because her husband is a computer genius. Let's leave it like that. He's in Revelation. He's evil. It's Lucifer's crew. So, but what I'm doing is I'm going to call a lift, and I'm going to document everything. So for all, and I know after we sit and talk about this, even if, let's just say, even Dan, Crenshaw, he would say right now, dump the effing phones. Are you crazy? He's military. I'm merging the two of them, and he would take over. He wouldn't punch me. He'd come in here with a gun, and he'd walk me out in the car, and walk me out, and he'd go. Guess what he would do? Oh, he would have done that. Oh, he would have done that 10 years ago. He wasn't a congressman, and before he lost his eye, and we played the song by Papa Roach last night, and people all to work. No, we're listening to music. Dan is a brother, but I want to be careful what I say because it's too volatile. So yes, I was cheating by playing by using phones. So we're going to pretend that I didn't do it, and there's nothing wrong. But as I tell you after that, it becomes gospel like you've never seen. Megan, Marie, Kendall broke the law during her. It all boils down to her husband, first husband, and of course her second husband, and now potentially just cheating around a few months ago. But we're talking about legitimately the only way to get around this thing. To looking back at it, is to be married because that's the only outcome we have. We have Sky, who will be a temporary in, and I talked to Zeus. They will fly her out here. We'll prearrange it, and we go into a brand new thing. We bail out of all of this, and I just live my life. Okay, that's what he's been saying to me for. Well, he always reminds me of that. When the other guy called Bimbo, that's when he had enough. I saw him get mad, and I didn't know what he was doing. I didn't get it. I get it now. People are like, you get it now? I get it now. So now, guys, you can't estimate. Something is serious, because what happened when I went to California, when I left the state of California that day at Oakland Shelter, with the police officers there, both military, we properly I used military things to show how we're swapping out a country for a country. It's a long story. And a lot of process to go, and they have to. They brought in for questioning. They do everything. I mean, they do Secret Service. They do everything. I mean, it's ridiculous. I'm not even gonna bring them up into it. But what happened between the three of us? One was just a regular police officer, and one was military. The whole thing. And when I went into the part about switching countries, and he knew this was very serious. So then I left. Now that is very important to the world, and I will. That's behind four walls, three of us, and I'm not getting any more of that because it was a waste of time. All right, let me get this up on. Up on here. I will try to get a new phone, and now guys, I'm not going to actually do these things. Okay, I'm just going to go back to normal. I'm not going to teach by teaching you everything from here down to remember we're an embassy. Okay, with this building right here, I'm not else's property. Unless I have armed guards, and then I have to go all the next piece, yes, which is like Afghanistan, but then I will leave protection, and I go 50 miles out, get a cup of coffee, come back. If you get killed, it's your problem. So I gotta walk out that fucking door, all bets are off, I could die.